Yeah, welcome back to my latest video. In this video, I'm going to continue with the voice assistant, voice AI assistant, right? So in previous video, I have shown you I built a UI that has a voice assistant, right? Jarvis kind of AI voice assistant. So in this video, I built the voice assistant using Python. So and this is going to be the UI going to be a CLI one, that is command line one. So basically, user will be interacting with our app, Python app, right? CLI app. So whatever user will say, that will be converted to text, and that will be sent to Gemini CLI. And Gemini CLI will talk to C MCP server, and C MCP server will handle the communication between Arduino to control LEDs, right? And why I have gone C#? Because unfortunately the serial library, Python serial library did not work for me. So since I already had code, C# code, so I used C MCP server. I will show you the code also once the demo is over. So basically, when user says turn red LED on, that comes to that Python intercepts that, and the speech to text conversion is done using the speech recognition library, and that is forwarded to Gemini. And why am I going for Gemini CLI instead of API? Because as you know, API does not come free, and also the free version I cannot do a longer conversation, right? So I will run out of the credits. So that's why I'm preferring Gemini CLI. And so only difference is I have also configured MCP. I will tell you how to configure MCP for Gemini CLI. So I have configured MCP also. So that MCP server is my C# server that is controlling Arduino, right? And Arduino, as you know, using Arduino we can control the physical devices like LEDs and all, right? So after speech to text, it comes to Gemini CLI. Gemini CLI interacts with MCP, and MCP server handles the LED states, right? It toggles the LED state based on the user command, and this MCP server return back the response, and that is again converted to speech, right? So that text will be converted to speech. So the user will feel like it is interacting with AI, which can listen and talk in human language, right? So after enough of theory, let me go to the demo.
Hey Jarvis,
Hello sir, how can I help you?
turn red LED on.
Red LED has been turned on. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Green LED on.
I have turned on the green LED. Let me know if you need anything else.
Stop.
Welcome back from the demo. So we have seen demo how we are using Python libraries that can interact with user using speech to text and text to speech, and how that is forwarded to Gemini CLI, and how Gemini CLI controls the LEDs using the MCP server, right? So now it is the code time, right? So let me show you first how to configure the MCP server in Gemini CLI, right? So your MCP configuration for Gemini CLI will be in your user profile if you are on Windows, right? If you are on Windows, it will be in user profile. There will be a folder called .gemini, and you have to add this line, right? So you have to add this line in your JSON, right? In settings.json, you have to add these lines, right? You have to initiate a key with this MCP server and your MCP server name and command, whatever the command. If you're running Python MCP server, then it would be a Python, and also whatever the location of file. For C# based MCP server, you have to use you can directly put .NET, but that did not work, so it works only this way. In Claude it works directly, so in command you have to put like this, partial.exe -c, and in args you have to pass these args .NET run hyphen project, and the location of your CS project, right? So let me go to the MCP code first. So if you watch my previous video, you would have seen how to construct C# MCP server, right? So this is the builder configuration, and here where we are calling the our LED control class that is decorated with the MCP attribute, right? So you would have seen my code, C# code that controls the LEDs, right? So over the system.io ports library, right? So it is the same code. And this code is your C# MCP code, right? So we have seen the C# MCP server. Now let's see the Python, which is actually doing the main thing, right? So this is the main file, jarvis.py. So this is the Python script that actually taking care of the entire thing, right? From listening to user using this speech recognition module, and this PyTTS-X3 is to is text to speech, right? So basically we are listening to user, and once user says hey Jarvis, it then enters into loop, right? And this loop keeps on listening to user, and whatever user says, it spans a process, and that in turn calls the Gemini CLI. You can see here, and this -p, as you know, it is prompt, and this is the prompt. Whatever the speech to text is recognized is fed to that Gemini prompt, and minus hyphen y true means don't ask any question, just execute, right? So it will not ask for any user thing, right? So may not be advisable, but for demo it's okay. And that's it. So this will go to Gemini CLI, and Gemini CLI will do its magic, right? It will look out for the configured MCP. So if you want to know how that is done, so you can do this Gemini MCP list. It will show you all the MCP servers you have configured. So you have seen the configuration. We have only one MCP server, right, in our settings.json. So you will see that, and you can see the status of that MCP server. So this takes some time. So let's go to the code part, and while it is doing its thing. Okay, so that's all we are doing. So let's see if we got the code back. No, not yet. Okay, so going to our architecture. So this is what we are doing, right? So our Python is doing the speech to text and text to speech, and whatever command is received from user, it is sent to Gemini CLI, and Gemini CLI checks whether any MCP server for user. It basically intercepts the user intent, and it checks whether there is a MCP server for user. And if there is a MCP server, it will start the MCP server and get the job done, right? And in our case, it is C# MCP server. You can see it is the state is in disconnect for some reason. So that's because we have to run this command only from the that particular path, right? User profile.gemini.